Sonia here, and this week I want to talk to you about intuition not all being sunshine and rainbows and puppies and magic and manifestation and all of it. You know, the interesting thing about intuition is it's really deeper listening to our spirit, which is, our intuition is the voice of our spirit. And how when we're connected to our spirit, listening to our intuition, it leads us to our highest good. This doesn't mean a spiritual bypass of not having a human experience or getting to go float over the parts that are more difficult, but about living a life that's in alignment. And sometimes our intuition can lead us to places where like, what the hell? Where the heck am I right now? What am I doing? But of starting to reframe that as a place of our own soul growth. So even, for example, I moved here to New Orleans and my intuition led me here. My partner and he was supposed to move to France, but ended up having to be here for work and was like, hey, do you want to move to New Orleans? And out of my mouth popped yes before I even thought about it, even though I genuinely thought that I was going to stay in Paris. And we got here, everything lined up. It was perfect. But if you've been following me, you would know that my transition here to New Orleans was really tough and led me to a lot of places that did not feel good. I had no friends. My family was far away. My boyfriend, when I first was moving here, was on tour. I was in a lot of unknown. Everything that was familiar was gone. And there was a big part where I was like, how did my intuition lead me to right here and right now? This doesn't feel good. But when I was able to get underneath the noise of my little ego intellect that had a lot to say because it was uncomfortable, my spirit, my intuition told me I was exactly where I needed to be. And this year has been one that has been full of a lot of growth, which is a really fun way to say that it's been hard, but also really necessary. And for my intuition that led me here, some of the things that's come out of it is that I have grown in my confidence, in my ability to be centered in myself and knowing myself in a whole new way, recognizing that I can make friends and build a life in all sorts of places, and also help me realize that what I really want is a foundation and a good place to root. And those are all things that I got out of following my intuition into a place that was uncomfortable. So, living an intuitive life isn't just about fun, great fun, la, la, la stuff, but one that's true. I think of a lot of times as intuition as an act of like radical honesty, first and foremost with ourselves. Because a lot of times we don't follow our intuitive guidance because we don't want to do something different. Maybe we don't want to upset the people around us, or we don't want to have to deal with change. But the interesting thing about creating, about manifesting, about all of it is that it is change. And so we really have to be able to lean into it. Our ego oftentimes doesn't like to be out of control. So it likes to try and keep everything small and safe. But when we lean into the discomfort, when we lean into those places that are our growth edges and can really nurture and develop a relationship with our spirit, with our intuition, we know that even when we're in those crazy cuckoo places, whether it's in a new city, totally disconnected, or who knows what, in a relationship that doesn't feel good or whatever, it's a matter of being able to listen and be honest and have that be your guide and pay attention to what is the lesson. For me, a big lesson was learning to center myself. And that's one thing that I got here from New Orleans. And that was a big, beautiful gift that my intuition and my spirit gave me that I wouldn't have gotten if I would have stayed put. So recognize if you're in these weird growth moments, if you're in a weird place and you wonder, why am I here? That's our heads. I would give you that same tool I use all the time, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, drop underneath that noise and start to connect to your intuition, to your spirit, and check in if that feels like it's in alignment. And if it's not, then it's time to do something different. So I hope that you're having a beautiful day. And I hope that, if you're in a tough moment, that you can trust that your deeper self brought you there for a reason. And you might not know what it is in this moment, but it'll make sense later. So sending you all my love. Bye.